Atlantis anchors at Port Mourant by John L. Aaron. It may be compared to a reprisal of the role of Chris played by Yul Brynner in the 1960 classic The Magnificent Seven, except it was a Cyril Choi-led motley but courageous Port Mourant Cricket Club crew against Atlantis Cricket Club, New York on Sunday, July 7, 2024, at the Roy A. Sweeney Cricket Oval in Brooklyn, New York. The 7 eventually grew to 8, but it was too late. Atlantis, winning the coin toss, opted to bat first and posted a massive 557 runs to the Tins, as 3 Pirates weighed anchors of 107, 110, and 111, while another 2 threatened while posting 63 and 74, with yet another missing a half-century by just 1 run. Taking advantage of Port Mourant starting with just 7 players, Atlantis opened with its skipper Randall Wilson and Dino Chuinam. The latter showed signs of emerging from a lackluster season, posting a well-made 49 off 25 balls that included 4-6S and 4-4S. The Dano, whom many in the tri-state area have admired for his power hitting, was dismissed C and B by Port Mourant pace. At the other end, Atlantis' skipper Randall Wilson was patiently working his way to his first ton of the season, having missed out on 2 tons of fun by just 2 and 1 run in his previous 2 appearances at the middle. Wilson would go on to score a magnificent 111 off 55 deliveries. His knock included 8 6s and 10 4s. While Wilson was inching his way to his long-awaited century, Marvin Prashad, at the other end, was racing to surpass him, having replaced Chuinam at the crease with the score at 80 in the 8th over. Prashad was on fire, hitting 10 maximums and 7 boundaries in his 110 contribution. During his knock and the loss of Randall Wilson's wicket at 2 for 277 in the 23rd over, he was joined by the power-hitting Jamal Hinkson, who took a liking to what Port Mourant was serving and raced to 107 off 39 balls. His strike rate of 274.36 was the result of 11 6s and 6 boundaries. It was power hitting at its best as Atlantis dominated the depleted bowling attack of a hapless Port Mourant. With 3 Centurions departing in the arrival of Jamal Short Boss Norton and Guyana national all-rounder Ronald Ala Mohammed, the run-fest continued much to the delight of the spectators who ringed the Roy Sweeney Oval to watch the onslaught. Norton would post 74 with 6 6s and 5 4s before he was caught behind by Port Mourant's skipper and Cyril Choi off the bowling of Kazi Tajul. Jamal Hinkson followed him 10 overs later with a clobbering 63 off 18 balls with 6 6s and 6 4s. He was comprehensively bowled by Kazi Tajul, but only after recording a strike rate of 350.00. Dequan Murray, Greg Robinson, and Dylan Bourne found it hard to follow in the footsteps of the ball bullies that preceded them and helped close out the Atlantis inning at 557 for 7 in the allotted 40 overs. Telston Johnson and Shiv Ragabar did not appear on the big screen. Extras chipped in with 31. The Atlantis wickets fell at 80, 277, 287, 456, 520, 555, and 556. The Centurions were not all on the batting side, as Port Mourant's Aaron Biko contributed 132 to the Atlantis total, with figures of 8 overs 2 wickets for 132 runs. However, the pick of the Port Mourant bowlers among the mayhem was Kazi Tajul, with figures of 6 overs 3 wickets for 77 runs. Jermaine Pollard and Randy Patteram each snared an Atlantis scalp at the cost of 85 and 94 runs, respectively, as the badly wounded Port Mourant squad meandered its way back to the sideline, contemplating whether the Atlantis bowling lineup would be as merciless as its batting lineup. Port Mourant did not tuck its tail between its legs when it emerged to face the daunting task of scoring at a rate of almost 14 runs per over to come within smelling distance of a victory. Nonetheless, the courage showed by the openers, skipper Cyril Choi and Zafar Chowdhury, was heartwarming as the duo went after the Atlantis opening bowlers Greg Robinson and Dylan Bourne with commendable aplomb, racing to almost 9 runs per over before Chowdhury, 8, was dismissed by Dylan Bourne in the 4th over. His skipper, Cyril Choi, liked the bowling of Greg Robinson, who came off the injured list, hitting the quickie for back-to-back sixes somewhere behind square leg with effortless ease in the third over. However, the subsequent 2 runs posted were at the cost of the wickets of Kazi Tajul, who did not trouble the scorer, and Choi, top scoring with 24 and a defiant, "You're not taking me alive" in-your-face attitude. The end was not too far in sight as a now headless Port Mourant floundered helplessly at 37 for 3. The middle-order batters Kenrai Dandial, 14, caught. Jamal Norton Bowl, Ronaldo Ali Mohammed, Denial Sudeen, 13, caught. Dequan Murray Bowl, Telston Johnson, and not-out Aaron Biko, 14, showed some defiance, albeit too late on an empty tank, with the Port Mourant inning closing out at 90 in the 15th over. There were 8 extras. The Port Mourant wickets fell at 35, 36, 37, 57, 74, 78, and 90. Bowling for Atlantis, Ronaldo Ali Mohammed 4.4 overs 2 maidens, 3 for 8, Dylan Bourne 3 overs, 2 for 30, and Telston Johnson 6 overs 2 for 31, were all Atlantis needed to notch its 5th win for the season and position itself at the top of the leaderboard of the New York National Cricket League's premier 40 overs 2024 division tournament. Atlantis faces off against American Cricket Society Cricket Club at Lido Beach on Long Island, New York, on Sunday, July 14, 2024, at 1 p.m.